It seemed truth and death were two sides of the same coin, and the man had found truth. Abbas Babaei chose to stay. His wife went to Mecca, but he remained. And on the day of al-Adha, the day of sacrifice, he became the sacrifice. When she returned, he was gone, and only memories remained of him. The echo of his voice, the warmth of his final smile, and the feeling that he was still there, watching over her. Welcome to GreenPalm. Join me as we explore this book and uncover its heartfelt story together. On the night of the departure, over 100 people had gathered in our small house to say their goodbyes. Abbas asked me to go to our old house with him, which wasn't far from our new house, formerly the base's power station. We went there to exchange our last words. There were some things that he wanted me to do while I was away. Tears had covered his entire face. I didn't want my departure, the moment of our separation, to be bitter. "Take care of yourself if I'm not here when you return," he said. I had heard this before. I couldn't take it anymore. How could I bear your absence? How could you not be here? My love for God is the foundation of my life, but you have become a beautiful and important part of it. I yearn to be with you, and I believe that together we can build a relationship that honors both my devotion to God and the love we share. I hope that my love for you will never, ever conflict with my love for God, Abbas said with tears still resting on his face. I went quiet. What could I say? I was busy mulling over my trip, and he, Martyr, one who has found his divine love, must leave all else behind, he said. He continued, "Let me watch you as you walk." Huh? What do you mean? I asked, confused. "I want to see how you look in your ihram." I walked around and he looked at me like he was looking at me for the first time, like the night when he and his family came to ask for my hand in marriage. "That's enough, people are waiting," I said. "No, let's stay for a bit longer," Abbas replied. Just when we were about to leave the house, he went and brought me one of my shirts, a long-sleeves violet shirt with a floral pattern, made from a light fabric that my mother had bought from Mecca. "Wear this there," he said, while handing me the shirt. When we got home, everybody jokingly asked us why these conversations of ours took so long. The buses were waiting for us at the mosque. All of the other travelers were friends or colleagues of Abbas along with their wives. While in the front yard of the mosque, Abbas pulled me aside. Knowing how much I loved peaches, he had bought some just for me. It felt like the early days of our engagement all over again. We found a quiet corner and savored the peaches together. When the kids approached us, he gently told them, "Go to your grandmother. I want to be alone with your mother." The bus was waiting for me. All the other passengers had already boarded. Finally, it was time for us to part ways. There was a man standing next to the bus, reciting Maddahi and salawat. "All recite a salawat for Shaheed Babaei's health," he suddenly said aloud. My feet couldn't move any longer. I turned and asked Abbas, "What is he saying?" "This too is God's work," he said. My legs wouldn't move. I took a step ahead, but my worries were dragging me back. When I boarded the bus, I couldn't make sense of any of the other passengers, even though they were all my acquaintances. As the bus started to move, my eyes were fixated on him, the one who had boarded the bus to send me off, and I started crying. I switched seats with Mr. Adastani so that I could still see him when the bus moved farther. The thought of this being the last time that I would see him made me uneasy. For the last time, I saw him from the window as he looked up and smiled. He had one hand on his chest while he was waving at me with the other. That was the last moment I had of him, forever etched in my mind. After all these years, I still remember that final smile. "Don't bury the body just yet. Wait for his wife to get here," Imam had ordered. They had kept him for 3 days until my arrival, and because I was there, I got to see his body get carried away. I was in a state of shock. How does one feel when they've lost a loved one? The funeral was so crowded that I didn't get a last look at him. The day of Abbas's martyrdom was al-Adha, the same day Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam tried to sacrifice his son, right at noon. Abbas had fooled me. He had sent me away to God's home while he had gone to meet God himself. I insisted that I wanted to see him in the morgue. At first they didn't agree, but eventually they permitted it. There was the hint of a smile on his lips. He was in his pilot uniform, and as unusual as it was, he was wearing socks. I kissed him on his face. After all those years, I can still feel his coldness. I wish no one was there so I could lie next to him and talk to him until the end of days. Now, I've grown used to him being present and me unable to see him. I know he's watching over. He's with us and he protects us. Without his ethereal presence, I would never have been able to endure the difficult life I faced after his martyrdom. Sometimes I hear him knocking. I can even hear him cough sometimes. Before my daughter was married, she used to see him often. Just before she got married, one of our family friends came and told us that Abbas had been visiting him in his dreams. Abbas had told him there was a suitor for our daughter and had even told him the groom's name, all of which came true in the end. I lived with Abbas for 11 years and I'm still living with him. Even when he was in America, he thought of me as his future wife, unbeknownst to me. Although he is no longer with us anymore, he's still my husband. Sometimes I get palpitations, and that's when I feel his presence and even catch his scent around me. Now I know why he was so insistent that I find a job. Every time I ring the bell as principal at the school I work at, I drown myself in the kids' childish clamor. Unwithering Flames Book 7. Shaheed Abbas Babaei brings his story to life, a story that still lingers in the hearts of those he left behind. If you want to feel his presence, his love, and his legacy, read the book, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. You can also check out our next video where we dive into another powerful story that's sure to move you.